I want to talk about that man in the mirror. And that man in the mirror is something that I had to come to grips with about 8 years ago. Took this program, it's cognitive behavioral therapy. And in doing so, I was able to totally 100% look at myself. And in looking at myself, I couldn't project the blame of my failures onto anybody else. I couldn't say it's because I'm black. I couldn't say it's because I'm a felon. I couldn't say it's because I live in this part of the country. I couldn't say any of that. I had to look at my own individual actions, the decisions I made from all the situations I was in, and like I said, in doing that, I was able to look at myself wholeheartedly and see where I went wrong. And by me looking at the man in the mirror, per se, I was able to see where my thinking was flawed. And my thinking is derived from my beliefs. And so the beliefs that I grew up with, being taught to me by my parents or grandparents or people in my neighborhood, whoever, those beliefs stuck with me. So in certain situations, I relied on things my grandmother told me and things I saw, or my mom and dad or whatever. And those ultimately led to good things, but they also led to my downfalls. I had a lot of, I was making real bad decisions when I was probably 18 or 19, thought I knew everything. And when stuff didn't go right, I always pointed the finger. I was always like, oh man, if such and such wouldn't have told on me, I wouldn't have got caught. Well, if I wouldn't have did nothing in the first place, I wouldn't have got caught. So, I mean, see what I'm saying? It's like, but at that time, I was just looking for any of the excuses. And then ultimately, I landed myself in prison and for 14 years. And I pointed the finger at everybody else. It was, oh, I was hanging around this dude, and if I would have just been able to do this and that. But it wasn't until I got in that cognitive behavioral therapy, I was able to see and decipher. I had plenty of time to think. I was able to go back, like I said, and look at everything. So I take that into today's time. And so by me being, married, I came into a family, I had to adjust to certain things. And even in doing that, it was something that I had to constantly just remind myself, like, hey, everything's not everybody else's fault. It could be somebody else's fault, but I had to look at myself first, realistically, without rose-tinted glasses on, to really decipher the situation. Like, did I see what I thought I see? Did I hear what I thought I heard? And not put my spin on it. And like I said, in life sometimes, we all go through those moments where we don't want to look at the truth, because the truth sometimes hurts. And if you have to change, change can be hard. Change is uncomfortable. So, like I said, the man in the mirror is something really that everybody should be doing on a daily basis. With the way social media is right now, it portrays all the good, and I guess some of the bad gets on there too. But from what I see, people putting the good on there, the good, the good, the good. But sometimes it takes a struggle and the bad to get to the good. It takes a learning experience to get to the good. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how much of the bad you can lessen and not have to go through, and learn from your mistakes, and really, really pay attention to your thinking. Every situation, we have a thought. Nobody can make me mad. I make myself mad because somebody can say something and I got a thought. Before I have a feeling, I have a thought. But a lot of people may not recognize their thoughts, and they go, he made me mad, she made me mad. It's not about that. Nope. I control my own feelings. Nobody can control my feelings. And so just wanted to share that. Take a look at yourself every day on a daily.